Alright, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this again because we have snow on the grass, so you can actually see my marker show up. See that? So that's pretty cool. So we'll give it a shot this time. This might be a one-shot deal unless we get another day of snow. Long division. Well, let's start with the basics. Oh, I gotta go lower, sorry. 3 times 4. Remember, multiplication is groups of. We have 3 groups of 4, right? You guys all know 3 groups of 4 is 12. Division is the opposite, where we take a total number and we put it into equal groups. Say we'll take 12 and we'll put it into 3 equal groups. Or another way of thinking it is, how many 3's can we pull out of 12? Well, we could pull 4 3's out. And we know that from a variety of different strategies we've done. Array, repeated subtraction, 12 take away 3, 9, 9 take away 3, 6. Can you see it over here? Yep. 6 take away 3, 3, and 3 take away 3, 0. We have 1, 2, 3. We've pulled 4 3's out of that 12. Okay? That's all review. My wife just washed this window, so don't tell her. Alright, so let's take it a step further now with long division. We'll do without remainders first. What if we start with the number of 36, and we've written it like this for, I don't know, all year. But I want you to start thinking division, or I want you to start writing it like this. Okay, 36 put into 4 groups is how many in each group. How many 4's can we pull out of 36? Well, I have a little checklist over here. Oh, you can't see that. That's a D. I'll go a little bit lower. D, M, S, B, D. These stand for divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. It's my checklist of steps I need to do long division. First of all, we need to see where we have to divide. So we look at this number, and we're going to put it into this number. In this case, this 3 is smaller than 4, so we can't go 4 into 3. We have to go 4 into the whole number. So we think 4. How many 4's can you get out of 36? Well, we start using our multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20, so that's too small. 4 times 6, 24, still too small. Let's skip a couple. 4 times 8, 32. Oh, that's getting closer. 4 times 9, oh, it's exactly 36. So I divided. I'm going to now multiply. 9 times 4 is 36. I put my product down here. Check. The S stands for subtract. 0. Check. And if there was another number up here, we would bring it down. In this case, there isn't another number, so we're done, and we have a remainder of 0. Alright, let's do another one. This one might have a remainder, because I'm kind of making it up as I go here. Let's go 4 divided by, yep, this is going to have a remainder. 4 into 54. Let's start with my checklist over here. I got to divide. How many times can you get 4 and 5? Or how many 4's can you pull out of 5? Well, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8's too big, so it's got to be 1 time. I divided. Check. Next, I like to put a little multiplication symbol right there. 1 times 4 is 4. I multiplied. Now, the S stands for subtract. I'm going to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Am I done? Nope, I have BD, bring down. So I'm going to take my 4, bring it down to, add it to my 14. Well, now what? Well, we start back over on the checklist. And now we're going to divide 4 into 14. How many 4's can I pull out of this 14? Well, 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, 16 is too big. So we can pull out of 14, 3 4's. I'm going to put the 3 up here. And you're going to want to note that it's very important to keep all your digits aligned. You can see mine are all pretty straight. So that's really important, otherwise your bring down numbers are going to be all over the place. So be careful there. 4 goes into 14 3 times, check. 3 times 4 is 12. Check. Now the S stands for subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. Check. Do I have anything else to bring down? I do not. So now what? Well, there's 2 left over, or 2 remaining, or there's a remainder of 2, I should say. So I'm going to put up here R2. Now when you get to 4th and 5th grade, we'll get rid of this remainder and it'll be a decimal. But for 3rd grade, they just want you to figure out the long division with how many left over or remaining. Alright, let's do a couple more here. I'm going to erase my checklist. I just heard my Google Hangout go off, so I should probably go check that student, but let's just do one more quick first. Let's go 5 divided by let's go 65. I'll put it a little bit lower so you can see it. 5 divided by 65. How many times does 5 go into 6? That's our first division. Well, there's only one 5 in there, so we'll put a 1 there. Done. Multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. Check. 6 minus 5, 1. Check. And bring down, make it nice and straight. Bring that 5 down, making 15. Check. Well, now what? Well, we start back over at the top. We're going to divide again. This time we're going 5 into 15. How many times does 5 go into 15? Well, that one goes exactly 3 times. Check. 3 times 5 is 15. Check. Subtract. I should move that out of there. 15 minus 15 is 0. We have nothing left to bring down, so you have a remainder of 0. So you can put it up here, but it's not necessary. Remainder of 0. Let's do a triple digit one. And remember, if you're working on IXL today and you're struggling, it's okay. This is a difficult concept. It's a difficult process. So give yourself a break. Don't get too frustrated. We're going to do this a couple days. Don't be afraid to let me know. Google Hangout me. I can help you. But let's just do one more, a 3-digit one. Oh, that's a 3. Can you see? I put it too high again. I have to make sure it's in the snow so you can see it. Ah! Still too high. Way down here. Alright, we'll start with divide. 3 into 2. Ooh, we can't really do that, can you? Because 2 is too small. You can't get any 3's out of that 2. So instead we're going to think of it as a 2-digit number. 3 goes into 24 how many times? Well, let's see. 3 times 10 would be 30. That's too big. 3 times 9 is 27. That's still too big. 3 times 8 is 24. Oh, it happens to be exactly 8 times. Now this is important. You don't want to put the 8 over here, because you didn't put 3 into 2 8 times. You put 3 into 24 8 times. So I put the 8 above the 4. You see that? Check. 8 times 3, 24. Did my multiplication. Subtract. 24 minus 24 is 0. Check. Bring the 2 down. How many times does 3 go into 2? Oh boy. What are we going to do here? Well, it doesn't go into there any times. So we're simply just going to put a 0 up here. 0, oh, so I divided. 0 times 3 is 0. Multiplied. Subtracted. We have 2 left. Anything left to bring down? Nope, so our remainder is 2. And if this number is ever bigger than that number, then you could still divide one more time. If you have a remainder of 3, that's a whole nother 3. So if you see this number you're like, oh, that's my remainder, but it's bigger than that number, something's wrong. Really quick, how can you check this? Well, if we go 80 times 3, we should get 2 away from 242. Let me show you what I mean. 80 times 3, 0, 240. Okay, we were close to 240, but we had a remainder of 2. We got to put that back on. Plus 2. Oh, it's getting pretty close to the window. The window frame, I should say. 2, 4. Oh, there's our answer. 242. It checks out. All right. Good luck.